In 1857, a case that would turn the tide of American history came before the court. It was named after a Missouri slave, Dred Scott. It was to pull the court into the smoldering conflict between North and South. Dred Scott, who belonged to a U.S. Army officer, appealed to the court to declare him a free man. He had followed his master from the slave state of Missouri to the free state of Illinois and the Wisconsin Territory and back again. When his master died, Scott claimed he was no longer a slave since he had lived on free soil. Chief Justice Roger Taney presided over what has been called the worst decision ever made by the Supreme Court. The justices sent Dred Scott back into slavery. The ruling cemented the Southern conviction that slaves were property, not people, and hastened the onset of the Civil War. Many citizens, including Abraham Lincoln, who would soon be elected president, vehemently disagreed with the decision, and the court plummeted in public prestige. Meanwhile, the Capitol was expanding. In 1860, the court moved one story above to the larger old Senate chamber on the first floor of the Capitol. Although this chamber was larger, the justices still had no office space of their own. They would meet here in these hand-me-down quarters for another 75 years. It would take an ex-president who would join the justices on the bench to finally win the court their own domain. It was just one of the big changes that lie ahead. Changes that would force the court to decide if it could or would reverse its opinion.
Monuments to Freedom will continue here on the History Channel.